Imagine this. You wake up daily surrounded by noise, emails flooding your inbox, endless notifications fighting for your attention, deadlines looming like shadows in the background. Every moment feels like a rush, but at the end of the day, you're left wondering, did I accomplish anything that matters? What if there was a way to break free? To silence the distractions, focus your mind, and achieve results that set you apart and truly move the needle? What if there was a proven strategy to master the very thing that the modern world is stripping away from us, a deep, undisturbed focus? This isn't just another productivity hack or time management gimmick. It's a radical shift in how we think about work, success, and the power of our minds. And that's exactly what Cal Newport reveals in his groundbreaking book, Deep Work. In the next hour, we'll unpack the ideas that can transform how you approach your work and your life. We'll explore the habits of great minds who've used this skill to build, create, and innovate. We'll uncover why proper focus is rare but more valuable than ever. And we'll walk you through how to cultivate this practice in your own life, step by step. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to not only rethink the way you work but to unlock a potential within yourself that's been waiting to break free. So, stay with us, because this isn't just a summary. This blueprint for a way of life could change everything. In the quiet corners of history, where the most extraordinary minds sought sanctuary, a hidden thread connects them. A remote tower by a lake, a solitary cabin in the woods, a secluded office overlooking nothing but water and sky. These were not escapes but fortresses of focus. Here, distractions were not allowed to enter, and the impossible became reality in their absence. Works of art, scientific revolutions, groundbreaking theories, all born in moments of undisturbed thought. But now, think about the world we live in today, a constant stream of noise. Endless notifications. A battle for your attention is fought every second. What happens when the ability to think profoundly is stripped away? What happens when the skill that built legacies and empires is replaced with the shallow work of our fragmented routines? What's lost in a world where we can no longer truly focus? This is the question Cal Newport asks in his book Deep Work. And his answer is as compelling as it is urgent. If focus is the rarest and most valuable currency of our age, then those who master it hold the keys to a kind of success most can only dream of. But what does it mean to focus intensely? Why does it feel so impossible to achieve in our modern world? And how can we reclaim it for ourselves? Stay with us as we step into a powerful world of concentration that can change your work and your life. Cal Newport defines deep work as the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what truly matters with a level of intensity that most have forgotten is even possible. Shallow work, on the other hand, is its polar opposite. These tasks fill our days, answering emails, attending endless meetings, and scrolling through updates. They're easy, they're quick, but they don't create anything lasting. They don't push boundaries or build expertise. Newport takes us back to Carl Jung to understand the deep work. At the peak of his career, Jung retreated to a tower he built on the shores of Lake Zurich. He didn't do this to escape his responsibilities but to focus his mind on his groundbreaking work in psychology. Each day, Jung would spend hours writing, reflecting, and thinking deeply, wholly removed from the noise of his city life. His retreat wasn't just a preference. It was a necessity. Without deep work, the theories that revolutionized psychology might never have been realized. Fast forward to the modern age, and we find a different example, Bill Gates. Twice a year, Gates would isolate himself in a lakeside cabin for what he called Think Weeks. With nothing but books and a legal pad, Gates would focus intensely on the future of technology and his company. Some of Microsoft's most transformative decisions, like the shift to the internet, were born during these quiet weeks of uninterrupted thought. So why is deep work so rare today? The answer lies in the way we've designed our lives. Social media, open office layouts, and the constant pressure to be always available have eroded our ability to concentrate. Most people spend their days jumping between tasks, reacting to pings and emails, rarely stopping to focus on one thing for any significant length of time. But here's the paradox. The more rare deep work becomes, the more valuable it is. In a world filled with distractions, those who can carve out time for deep work have an undeniable advantage. They learn faster, produce higher quality results, and achieve a level of success that others can't replicate. Deep work isn't just valuable, it's essential for thriving in today's competitive, fast-paced world. And yet, most people have no idea how to cultivate it. But what if you could? What if you could reclaim the ability to focus so intensely that your work stands out in a crowded, distracted world? That's exactly what Cal Newport offers, a guide to escaping the shallow and unlocking the potential of proper, undistracted focus. What if the most valuable skill in the modern economy was one you were slowly losing? Every day, without realizing it, your ability to focus, truly focus, is slipping away. Not stolen all at once, but chipped away in the quiet moments you trade for convenience, for distraction, for the rush of shallow tasks that feel urgent but leave nothing of worth behind. The world around us rewards busyness, noise, and instant responses, but what it truly needs, what it values most, is far rarer: depth. The truth is this: in a landscape where distractions dominate, the ability to focus profoundly is a superpower. Cal Newport's idea of deep work isn't just a productivity strategy, it's the foundation of a kind of success many aspire to but few can achieve. To understand why this matters, let's look at the story of Adam Grant. A professor at the Wharton School of Business, Grant has been described as one of the most productive academics of his generation. In a single year, he published 7 articles in major academic journals, an achievement that would take most researchers several years to accomplish. How does he do it? His secret isn't working more hours. It's working with more focus. Grant isolates himself for long, uninterrupted periods to tackle his most challenging work. He batches his responsibilities, teaching in one semester and focusing on research the next, so that nothing disrupts his concentration. By protecting his deep work time, Grant achieves results that others can't match. Now consider David Heinemeier Hansson, the creator of Ruby on Rails. This framework powers some of the most popular websites in the world. Hansson didn't create it in scattered moments between meetings or while checking emails. He made it by dedicating his attention entirely to the task, removing distractions, and pushing his abilities to their limit. The result was a tool that changed the face of web development. Hansson knew that deep work wasn't optional, it was the only way to produce something truly valuable. But why is this skill, this ability to focus intensely, so valuable? The answer lies in the world we live in. Technology is advancing at an unprecedented pace, and with it, the demand for skills that require true expertise is growing. To master these skills, whether learning a new programming language or navigating complex systems, you need uninterrupted time to think and practice. Shallow tasks can't teach you that. Only deep work can. And it's not just about learning. It's about producing. In a world where anyone can send an email or post on social media, the ability to create something rare and meaningful is what sets you apart. Employers don't reward those who show up and follow instructions. They reward those who can innovate, solve problems, and deliver results others can't replicate. And that requires focus, the kind of focus that deep work cultivates. Cal Newport's argument is simple but profound. The ability to work deeply is becoming increasingly rare while becoming more valuable. And for those who can master it, the rewards are immense. But this isn't just about theory. It's about recognizing what's at stake. Every moment spent distracted is a moment you can't get back. Every notification, every interruption, every shallow task takes you further away from the work that truly matters. The question is, will you let the world dictate your attention? Or will you take it back? In the ever-busy hum of the modern workplace, an unspoken truth lingers: our most significant potential is often untapped. Amid the clatter of keyboards and the glow of screens, deep work, the kind that shapes the future, finds little soil to grow. Why is such a valuable skill so rare, and why are our work habits veering further away from the deep focus needed to thrive? Walk through the sprawling open offices that dominate today's corporate landscape. There, you'll find a sea of desks where employees are mere arm's length away from one another. These environments buzz with activity, conversations, phone calls, impromptu meetings. They are designed to foster collaboration and creativity, to spark the accidental exchange of ideas that could lead to the next significant innovation. But what often goes unnoticed is the cost of such constant exposure. Every interruption, no matter how brief, carries a lingering effect. The mind, pulled away from deep thought, struggles to return, and deep work becomes less attainable with each pull. And then there's the allure of connectivity. In today's workplace, being always on, ready to respond immediately, is worn as a badge of honor. Email, instant messaging, and social media create a tapestry of digital communication that demands immediate attention. Employees spend hours not on their most important work but managing these information streams. They react rather than respond. They skim the surface but rarely dive deep. Here, in the shallows, they are safe from the demands of deep thought and the rewards it brings. Businesses, too, play a role in this shift away from depth. In many industries, the metrics that drive decisions prioritize the visible and the immediate. How quickly an email is answered is more important than the quality of the response. The number of posts on social media and the constant visibility of a brand can overshadow the need for substantive development behind the scenes. The focus shifts from creating lasting value to maintaining a continuous presence. In this environment, deep work isn't just rare, it's actively discouraged. In this part of our exploration, we confront an uncomfortable reality. The environments in which we work and the work habits we cultivate are often at odds with the activities that create actual value and satisfaction in our professional and personal lives. As Cal Newport highlights, the capacity for deep work in many sectors is not being nurtured but suffocated. And yet, those who can cultivate this ability stand out. They are the ones who can cut through the noise and make a real impact. As we move forward, we must ask ourselves, are we content to stay on the surface, or are we willing to reclaim the depths of our potential? The choice is ours, and its implications reach further than we imagine. In the labyrinth of modern life, where every path seems to fork endlessly into distraction, Cal Newport proposes a bold way forward. This is the essence of his profound work hypothesis, that in an age where many are lost in the frenetic shallowness of busy work, those who cultivate the ability to focus intensely, not just as a fleeting habit, but as a cornerstone of their lives, will not merely survive, they will thrive. Newport's thesis calls us to adjust our sails to the wind and turn our ships towards a rarer breeze. In a world teeming with surface-level interactions and rapid-fire distractions, deep work is the lever that moves not just tasks but entire careers and industries. Those who can sit undisturbed and wrestle with a problem, who can shut out the world and embrace the discomfort of concentration, shape the world. These individuals often achieve in months what others dream of accomplishing in years. The hypothesis rests on a foundation built on both scarcity and value. Scarcity, because in our connected world, the ability to disconnect is a rare commodity. Few can resist the siren call of an unread email or the gentle buzz of a smartphone. Each ping pulls us away from the depth that drives true innovation and mastery. And value because deep work's fruits are more prosperous and more enduring. The code that runs faster, the strategy that opens new markets, the article that changes hearts and minds, these are not born in the scattered minutes between meetings but in the focused hours and days that deep work makes possible. Imagine the possibilities that open up when we choose depth over distraction. For the individual, it means more than just better work. It means a better life, a life where one has not only achieved professionally but also understood the joy of losing oneself in a challenge that matters. For organizations, fostering deep work could be the hidden key to breakthrough ideas and outcomes that outpace competitors. Newport challenges us to look at our work and our lives through a different lens. Are we treading water in the shallows or diving into the deep? This question doesn't just invite reflection, it demands action. For those ready to take this challenge seriously, the deep work hypothesis isn't just an idea, it's a map of treasures waiting to be found. As we continue, remember, this isn't merely about working smarter. It's about working with intensity and focus that cuts through the noise of an overstimulated world. It's about reclaiming what many of us have lost, but we all need the ability to go deep. In the heart of Cal Newport's teachings lies a fundamental decree: work deeply. The ability to immerse oneself fully in a singular task, to weave the fabric of concentration so tightly that the world fades away, is both an art and a discipline. How does one cultivate such a rare and powerful skill amidst a world designed to distract? Newport provides a rule and a blueprint for transforming potential into unparalleled productivity. The first technique is time blocking. Picture this. Instead of succumbing to the whims of the day, you carve out specific blocks of time for different tasks, including profound work. These blocks are treated as appointments with yourself that cannot be broken. Within these periods, distractions are not just unwelcome, they are banished. It's about creating a sanctuary in time where one can dive deep into the waters of focus and creativity. Rituals, too, play a crucial role. The human mind thrives on routine. The ritual becomes a signal, telling your brain it's time to focus. Whether clearing your desk, starting with coffee, or shutting down digital distractions, each ritual is a doorway into deep work. Newport emphasizes that these aren't mere habits but sacred routines that should be personalized and preserved. And then the relentless pursuit of minimizing distractions. In Newport's vision, each notification on your phone, each buzz and beep, is not just a pause, it's a potential thief, stealing away the precious jewel of concentration. To work deeply, you must guard against these intrusions fiercely. This might mean rethinking how you use technology, redefining accessibility, and even reshaping your work environment to shield against interruptions. Implementing these strategies requires commitment. It's not about mere tweaks to your daily schedule but a fundamental rethinking of how you approach your work and life. The task ahead is daunting, yet those who choose to embrace Newport's first rule will find that depth isn't just about getting more done, it's about giving your tasks the attention and focus they deserve, which in turn transforms the quality of your results and the quality of your life. As we explore further, let us remember that mastering deep work isn't easy, but it can be done with disciplined choices and deliberate practice. The question now is, are you ready to take the first step? Are you prepared to work deeply and reap the rewards that few ever attain? In an era where entertainment is just a click away, where every moment of stillness is filled with screens, sounds, and alerts, embracing boredom is a radical act. Cal Newport's second rule challenges us to confront the quiet, to sit with the silence, and to use it not as a cue for distraction but as a catalyst for deep work. This rule is foundational yet counterintuitive in our always-on world. Why embrace boredom? The answer lies in the science of focus. Our brains, remarkable as they are, have limits. Every time we switch tasks, especially when we give in to the itch of distraction, we pay a cognitive penalty. This switching cost depletes our mental resources, making deep focus increasingly elusive. When we resist the urge to switch, to check social media, or to browse the web, we train our minds to maintain focus. It's not just about strengthening our ability to concentrate, it's about weakening the hold that distractions have over us. Newport posits that allowing ourselves to experience boredom can fortify our minds against the need for constant stimulation. This doesn't mean staring blankly at a wall. Instead, it involves structured periods of low stimulation. For instance, resist the pull of your phone during a long walk or a quiet evening. Let your mind wander and wrestle with a problem, allowing the layers of the issue to unfold without external noise interference. During these moments, Newport argues that our best, most profound insights often come to the fore. The challenge, then, is to incorporate these periods of deliberate boredom into our daily routines. Set aside time when you are intentionally away from screens and stimuli. Use these moments to think deeply about complex problems, plan, or let your mind process the day's events. This practice builds your capacity for deep work and transforms your relationship with distraction. Instead of a reflex to escape discomfort, it becomes a choice, a tool you control rather than one that controls you. By embracing boredom, you embrace the quiet needed to foster creativity and solve complex problems. You prepare your mind to engage in deep work and thrive in it. As we progress further into the rules of deep work, remember this: the ability to sit quietly with your thoughts is not lost, it's waiting to be rediscovered and harnessed. Are you ready to turn away from the relentless pace of distraction and rediscover the depth of your mind? In a world where connections are a click away, where likes measure our presence and follows, Cal Newport proposes a radical departure. Quit social media. This is not a call to retreat from the digital world but an invitation to engage with it more deliberately, more intentionally. Reclaiming control and focusing on what truly adds value to our professional and personal lives is a challenge. Why? Because mastery of deep work, our most valuable resource, is at stake. With its incessant notifications and infinite scrolling, social media is designed to be addictive. It tugs at our attention with the promise of social rewards and instant gratification. But each moment spent on these platforms is stolen from deep, meaningful work. Newport isn't suggesting that all technology is bad, rather, he emphasizes intentional use, engaging with tools that genuinely support your goals and values while stepping away from those that undermine them. So, how do we evaluate which tools to keep and which to cut? Start by assessing each tool's impact on your personal and professional objectives. Ask yourself, does this technology support something that is critically important to my success? Does it offer me irreplaceable value, or could I achieve the same benefits through more focused and less distracting means? If a tool is found wanting, it should be discarded, no matter how popular or ingrained it is in your routine. The idea is not to isolate ourselves but to optimize our tool use. For example, social media might be indispensable if you're a digital marketer. But even then, you can define parameters, which platforms are essential, when and how you should use them, and when they should be turned off. For others, the link between social media and professional success might be tenuous. These users should feel empowered to disconnect entirely if that improves their deep work practices. Embracing this rule requires courage. It challenges the fear of missing out and tests our ability to stand apart from the crowd. But the rewards are substantial. It frees cognitive resources, allows deeper thinking, and restores agency over our attention and lives. As we move to the following principle, consider this. In a culture that rarely unplugs, could the choice to disconnect be your most impactful decision selectively? Are you ready to evaluate your digital tools not by how they buzz and flash but by how they help you focus and create something meaningful? In the shadow of every outstanding achievement lies a sea of mundane tasks, the administrative minutiae, the shallow work that threatens to consume our days. These emails demand immediate but inconsequential responses, needless meetings, and busy work that offers little lasting value. Cal Newport's final rule, drain the shallows, is a directive to sift through this shallowness and clear away the debris cluttering our paths to more profound, more meaningful work. This rule is not about dismissal but discernment. It recognizes that not all tasks are created equal and that to achieve unparalleled work, we must give ourselves to the endeavors that truly demand our faculties. This means being vigilant about how we allocate one of our most precious resources, our time. Newport urges us to conduct a ruthless audit of our daily and weekly activities. Start by identifying tasks that can be delegated, shortened, or eliminated. Simple tactics can be transformative here. Limit the length of your meetings and insist they end with a clear action plan. Reduce the frequency of reports that offer little insight. Set specific times for checking emails rather than responding reactively throughout the day. The goal is to minimize the time spent in shallow waters for efficiency and to create a space where depth can occur. This space is where you can confront the complex challenges that stimulate profound growth and innovation. It's where you can build skills that are rare and valuable and where you can craft meaningful and impactful work. Implementing this rule is like swimming against the tide. The world often rewards visibility over productivity, the appearance of busyness over the reality of achievement. However, those who manage to redirect their efforts from the shallow to the deep will find that they produce better work and cultivate a sense of fulfillment that the shallow waters can never offer. As we conclude this exploration of Newport's profound work principles, reflect on this. In our days, crowded with demands, can we afford not to prioritize depth? What might you achieve if the shallow no longer drained your days but channeled your energies into the work that truly matters? Are you ready to drain the shallows and dive into the depths? Now that we've explored the rules of deep work, let's turn these insights into action. Imagine a workspace not as a place of busy chaos but as a haven of focus and productivity. In the next few minutes, we will delve into practical steps you can take today to transform your environment, schedule, and habits to foster deep work and dramatically enhance the quality of both your output and your satisfaction with your work. First, consider your workspace. This isn't just about physical location, it's about creating an environment that signals your brain that it's time to focus. Start by eliminating distractions. This could mean having a specific room or desk where only work-related activities occur. No social media, no web browsing for leisure. If a dedicated space isn't possible, make temporal boundaries. Clear your work area of all non-essential items during deep work sessions, perhaps using a box or drawer to temporarily house potential distractions. Next, let's discuss the structure of your workday. Scheduling focused work blocks is crucial. These aren't mere suggestions in your calendar, treat them as commitments, as binding as a meeting with your boss or a key client. During these blocks, you do nothing but the work at hand. Start small, perhaps an hour a day, and gradually extend these periods as your concentration muscles strengthen. Use tools like time-blocking apps or digital calendars to visually map out these periods, reinforcing their importance. Tracking progress is the third key step. What gets measured gets managed. Begin by setting clear goals for what you want to achieve during each deep work session, and note what you accomplish. This could be as simple as a notebook entry or a more sophisticated setup like a spreadsheet or a specialized app. Over time, these records will not only motivate you by displaying your progress but also offer insights into how effectively you can work deeply and what conditions help or hinder your focus. Implementing these strategies creates a feedback loop that reinforces the deep work habit. You're designing a system around your work that promotes sustained concentration. This system isn't static, it's meant to evolve as you discover what works best for you. The key is to take that first step away from the shallow and into the deep. From there, refine and expand. As we end our time together, remember that each minute spent in deep work is a seed for future success. These practical steps aren't just about improving your work, they're about transforming your life. You're building a life that values depth, rejects the restless shallows, and seeks the profound depths where true fulfillment lies. Are you ready to take that plunge? As our journey through the world of deep work draws to a close, let us take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered. We began with a simple yet profound question. What if the key to profound success in our hyper-distracted world lies in our ability to focus intensely? From there, we explored how this rare skill has shaped the lives and achievements of some of the greatest minds in history. We dissected the practices that allow this deep focus to flourish and provided practical steps to integrate these principles into your own life. Deep work isn't just a skill, it's a practice and a commitment to depth in a world that lauds the shallow. It challenges us to shut out the noise, value quality over speed, and focus not on how busy we are but on how well we cultivate concentration and produce work of lasting value. The core ideas of deep work teach us that with intentional effort, we can reshape our habits, transform our environments, and redefine our expectations of ourselves. We've learned that deep work is not merely about checking off tasks on our daily to-do list, it's about embracing a work ethic that builds insight, wisdom, and a profound sense of accomplishment. The benefits of cultivating deep focus in a shallow world are immense. In embracing deep work, we can tackle complex problems with confidence and precision. We increase our capacity to learn challenging information quickly and to master valuable skills. Perhaps most importantly, we discover a path to a more fulfilling professional and personal life marked by clarity of purpose and dedication to craftsmanship. As you move forward, remember profound work principles. Work deeply, embrace boredom, quit social media, and drain the shallows. These are not just steps to more productive work habits but invitations to a more focused, purposeful, and ultimately more rewarding life. The challenge before you is not only to understand these principles but to live them and weave them into the fabric of your daily life. The path is set, the blueprint laid out. Now, the choice is yours. Are you ready to step away from the shallows and dive into the depths? Are you prepared to transform how you work to achieve something extraordinary? Deep work is the gateway, and your journey begins now. As we reach the end of this exploration into the profound world of deep work, it's not just a moment to reflect, it's a moment to commit. We've explored the principles that can transform your focus and reshape how you engage with your work and your world. Now, the real work begins, with you. Take a moment to consider your daily routines. How often do distractions pull you away? How frequently do you feel your day slips by without a moment of actual depth? This isn't just about improving productivity, it's about enhancing the quality of your life and work. It's about deciding that the superficial won't suffice and that what you engage in deserves your full attention. Think about what deep work could mean for you. Imagine a day not dictated by the relentless ping of notifications but driven by purposeful, productive engagement with tasks that matter. Picture yourself ending your day with a genuine sense of accomplishment, knowing that what you did today wasn't just busy but truly meaningful work. If you're ready to make a change, if you're prepared to dive deep and not just skim the surface, then take this as your starting point. Reflect on the strategies discussed: setting up a distraction-free workspace, embracing boredom to fuel your focus, evaluating your digital tools, and making time for deep work. Choose one, just one, and start there. Make a change today, no matter how small. And as you make these changes, share your journey with us. Please drop a comment below to tell us what you're committing to change or what you've already transformed. Like this video if you found it insightful, and subscribe for more content that challenges you to think deeply and work purposefully. Our journey together doesn't end here, it's just beginning. Join us as we continue to explore the ideas that shape our productivity, our creativity, and our lives. Thank you for watching, thinking, and making depth a part of your day. Remember, the depth you cultivate today will determine your tomorrow's success. Are you ready? Let's dive deep.